Oh, Monday, about 6 o'clock. Did go to Mildenhall in the end. Didn't bother covering it because there's plenty online, but it was rated. Last all-comers, or showdown as they call it, was definitely the best race. One of the consies was also really good, but every race was good. 39 stock cars were good, micro stocks were really, really good, especially the first race. Chef is on nights, so try and make use of the time. I'd only be at home on my own, so I'm knackered if I'm honest. But we've got loads to do. I've got to try and fit it in, so I'm going to strip this engine down, strip that engine down, try and build it up tonight, ready to go in the hull, or at least that's the plan. Also bought a load of bits that I need to sort out. King's Inn was great, can't fault it at all. Unfortunately, I think I've lost one of the races on the camera, but I'll get that right eventually. Anyway, gonna crack on, see how we get on. It's happening. Tuesday, engine's in. Wasn't without complications. Wouldn't turn over. Put the flywheel on. My mate Tom 174 come and give me a hand. Semi-seized. His suggestion, we put it in, we try it. So he helped me build it up. I'd never have got this far without him. Put it in, turned it over. Did sound like it didn't have compression. Dropped some oil down the bores and she now runs. But the exhaust ain't on. Loads of things need sorting on it. Loom needs a rad. I want to put a rad in it so I can run it up for a while without getting hot. The rear mount's not in it. The drive shafts aren't in it. So there's plenty to do. All fiddly stuff I don't enjoy doing, but we're going to crack on, try and get that done. If I can get it somewhere near tonight, it might mean I can have a night or two off the yard. It's been a long few weeks, intensive amount of racing, haven't had a weekend off in a while. So yeah, we'll see if we can get done, see if we can get ahead, give ourselves a break. But the joys of racing. Well, she's in, she runs. Does seem a little bit chuffy, but the old engine was so smoky there could be oil all the way through the exhaust. It's got old dirty oil in it, either that or it's it's not very well, but it sounds sweet. It's about as good as we're going to get. The time we got against us, I've let it get nice and warm. It's still not missing a beat. I'll say it a lot, I'm not a mechanic, so to get to this point, massive thanks to Tom, but these are big steps for me. It just shows what you can do, I suppose. So we're there. Needs a lot of fettling, clutch cable, throttle cable sticks. I still haven't looked at anything else on the car, but we're running, we're driving, and we're not choking the whole yard out with smoke. So good night had, time to go home and eat. Saturday afternoon, the weather's delightful. Didn't do a video yesterday, ended up here last night. Noticed that the sump was leaking, it had gone rotten, so it was seeping in 4 or 5 places. I thought if you go and race at Smallfield it's going to fall to bits. So, put a new sump on the engine, then did new oil filter and new oil, because if you've had it to bits you might as well. New set of spark plugs, noted a problem with the distributor, changed that. New radiator, so triggers broom, it's ready to go again. It's now absolutely hammering it down. Supposed to do that all day, supposed to be dry tomorrow. If it's dry tomorrow, we'll have a superb track. If it carries on till tomorrow, then we won't really have a track, and we'll have to see whether we're racing. But we're ready. We'll have another go. We've got 4 races tomorrow. But yeah, we're ready. Meeting 21 of the year. Morning, we're here. It's dry. Stopped raining middle of the night, which normally means the track at Smallfield's going to be really good. It will just need the top surface knocking off. We'll go and have a look. Yeah. You got a bit of loose on the top, and then it's really, really good. They put all new drainage in, so everyone likes to give them stick, but credit where it's due. That outside corner will be dusty. That's dusty along the outside. Track's looking really good. On with team meeting today. Loads of cars. Most cars I've had at Smallfield this year. 2 teams of loonies and 2 teams of squad. 2 local teams. Them boys do it in the right spirit. Put on a show. So bangers should be good. Got South East Open for the juniors, which Harry's qualified for. Top 10 from the A's and top 10 from the B's in that race. So it'll be the last time he's in the junior one. But it's numbers out of a hat, so we'll see what he gets in a bit. And then we've got 3 normal races. Notice the sump's leaking a little bit, so as always, silly me, hasn't done a very good job, but we'll see what we do. We'll keep an eye on it. If it gets too bad, we'll have to make a decision, but if not, it's going to get some oil topped up every race, and we'll see how we get on. Anyway, got the camera, let's see what today brings.
She's got, she won this.
21.
13.
Fucking hell.
13.
Unlucky for some.
Only
Hopefully you see all 4 races on. Started 13th in the South East Open, got up to 3rd, finished 5th, tried around the outside for 2nd, it didn't quite stick, but I've always drummed into him, you got to try, so can't fault the drive at all. From 13th to 5th, full of talent, these kids can drive. Then the actual 3 normal races, starting bang right at the back, not quite bang last, second to last row, about 20-25 cars. He had 7th in the first one, 5th in the second one and 6th in the final. Just before he went out for the final, we noticed the panhard bar had split, which is the bar on the rear axle. I'll show it when I'm down the yard, you'll get an idea. So I take that together, which is far from perfect, so it'll have driven like a dead badger in the final, but he brought it home for 6th. He's scored consistent points. I think he's kept himself in the top 3. It's worth noting he's in the top 3 and we haven't had a trophy at Smallfield this year. So not had a heat win, not had a top 3 in the final, but always been there or thereabouts, bar one mating where the car let him down. That was my fault. Car's let him down again a bit today, so I do feel guilty for that. I fitted a new sump, that leaked. I fitted a new rad, that leaked. And then the panhard bar broke. Hate that. Hate like when the car's not right. Good group of people behind me. It's who we all go racing with. Abigail had a 2nd. Jack Farley in the green car had 2 wins and a 2nd. Ben Finney's got a trash focus from the team meeting, but he's been consistent. We've done another day. Car needs a bit of love. I'll probably have to do the sump again. I will do a new panhard bar or weld it up. I'll look at the rad. And a couple of other bits. So it's just trying to keep it held together. 2 more meetings, that's all we need. 2 more meetings. Anyway, I appreciate we're like Teb's Racing. If you bought us on Wish, not very good yet, but we've got loads of plans for this. So please like, comment on the videos and subscribe if you can. Share them if they interest you. I want to cover loads more stuff, but it's a long, slow process, and subscribing really helps the old YouTube numbers. So thank you all. See you next time. We've got Yarmouth on Thursday.